Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Rookie Reactions to RWBY. This is my daughter, Michelle.
Yeah, howdy, folks, and welcome back.
Oh,
hopefully,
Christ.
hopefully that got picked up. I just started recording instantly before you said that.
Oh,
So if it didn't pick up, well, howdy. Welcome to Rookie Reacts to RWBY. We're back. We had a little bit of a break.
As soon as you start recording, my eye starts watering, so that's great.
Like Pavlov's dog, except it's Bowden's daughter reaction.
Oh, okay.
You start recording and she starts tearing up.
Shit.
All right, we are at RWBY, Volume 4.
Fault!
Volume 8. Chapter
Fault.
4. Fault. Well, I said Volume 4. That was a long time ago.
Oh, no,
Volume 8, Chapter 4, Fault. And last episode we had, we didn't get any Oscar or Ozpin, or Oscar and Ozma stuff, right, with Salem. We didn't get anything on Salem's side. We had Nora get shocked a lot. And what was your theory?
Oh, that's going to be her skin.
Her skin's going to have those pink marks forever?
Pinkish.
Pinkish?
Not pinky.
Not pinky. I agree. That might happen. I kind of hope it does in a way. Because they give her kind of a cool distinction.
She'll look badass.
That's right. Badass. The skirt wasn't enough in the hammer, but that's cool. The team is separated right now. Are they going to get together this episode at all? Or are they going to continue their separate actions? You don't know.
I have no idea.
Anybody else we want to know about? We want to know where Maria is.
Blake!
Of course, you always want to know what Blake's up to. Even if she's just spinning in a chair.
Yep.
All right, so you ready to watch?
Go for it.
Let's just go for it.
Go for it. My eye's watering, so. Bow, bow, bow. I don't know if this song is warmed up on me yet.
You don't know if the song's warmed up?
Nope.
I do kind of miss the fast, like rock sort of songs, you know?
Yeah.
That they had in the first few volumes.
Which volume was my favorite?
I think your favorite was 3. Yeah, the one that starts out like that. Yeah, I think it was 3. We'll go listen to them later. Just a minute. So that was what that lightning was. The pink lightning across Nora's face. Or, yeah, Nora's face, now we know. There's going to be a division, obviously, between these two. There already is. They're on different sides.
The reason why Ren picked up the flower and held it.
Did he? Mm-hmm. Ooh, let's go back and look at that. I must have missed it.
He held the petal.
He held the petal? Oh, the snowflake turned into a petal, and he grabbed it. And then he lets it go?
No, he's holding it.
Another one flies by. Huh, I don't know.
Maybe something happens to Nora.
I mean, it could be Nora because it's pink, right? And that's Nora's color. You had the theory last time that it might have been a symbolic of Summer Rose. When I had my crazy theory about Summer, you said, well, maybe that's what the petal is for. Because it's sort of like a rose petal. And maybe. But it is pink. And it is going from into Ren's hand, and he's holding it kind of almost sadly. And then it goes across, another one goes across Nora. So, sure, but it doesn't mean Nora's going to die. No? That would be bad. My favorite character. But then again, I have to have sympathy with people whose favorite character was Pyrrha. Right?
It never happened.
A lot of them gave up on the show, but a lot of them continued and persisted through. So I would persist and watch the show because I do enjoy it. They're going to try to break Crow out?
And now, it just feels like a childish dream.
I think they were gay.
Gone.
Well, they might very well have been. But if you read it on the surface, you don't try to read any subtext or anything. Whether he is or it was or was not romantically interested, he seriously was happy that he finally had somebody who had a counter to his semblance, right? And he could actually be friends with them and hang out with them. You know, go get some drinks and not be afraid that they'd slip and fall and things like that. So that on the surface, that's what he's saying. But you could read more into it if you want, I guess. It's perfectly possible.
Like everybody else.
When people are worried you're gonna sniff out their secrets, they tend to push you away. It makes a real connection easier than taking an honest look at what side you're on.
Air, what are you doing?
He was thinking about it. Wow. He was actually thinking about learning the truth, right? But then he's right to point out that he might have taken that opportunity to break out, right?
Nothing. That was almost exciting.
That kind of implies she was going to think about breaking out. Oh, cool.
Hold on, Red!
What if... Oh, no.
Oh, what's happening?
No. It just dawned on me, because I just saw Ren, he's on the Grim, and if he stays attached to that Grim and it goes to Salem, it's Ren versus Salem. What if the flower and the crushed petal in his hand indicates that Ren dies? And then Nora looking at the petal just flying by her.
Why does Ren hold the flower then?
Because the petal, the snow becomes petal in his hand. And then the lone petal flies by Nora. Do you get the symbolism? I don't know. I'm saying it could symbolize something bad happening to Ren, like Ren dying, because he's just about, if he stays on, he's going to get in a situation where he could easily be killed. Him against Salem and Hazel, and just Salem all by herself. And he's dead, right? Wow. Hope not. For Nora's sake, mostly.
Or he dies from this.
Yeah, part of me doesn't want him to hold on. Smart move. Climb up there. Oh no, he lost the sword. Ah!
Okay, Ren's fine then.
Yeah, Ren's fine. Why are they black and white? Ren's fine, but he decided at the last minute, I guess, more important to save his friends than to continue holding on, which...
Maybe that's part of a semblance, making him into cut.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's why they're black and white. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're right. He hid them from the Grim. Gotcha.
Didn't save Oscar.
Yeah, they didn't save Oscar, but that probably just saved Ren's life. I would think.
Our family has a reputation.
That's what you're worried
Don't
about?
worry.
Your
Don't say that to Blake.
reputation?
I'm just saying that we
Get out of this weather before the cold drops our auras completely. How much farther to the outpost?
That's a good explanation as to why they don't need cold weather gear. They're using their aura to protect them instead of using cold weather clothing, you know? That's really cool that they called that out.
Oh, with Ren.
I don't know.
I thought you said you saw it when you were up. Things would be even worse than they are now.
How could they possibly be worse? We are stuck out here while sailing.
They really needed this discussion, I think, because the fans are having the same kind of discussion. It's like these guys are making the wrong decisions, they're screwing things up. Some fans are saying that. Some fans are, on board. Like some fans are Yang, some fans are Ren, right? So I think this was a good discussion to have.
I'm just an orphan from the middle of nowhere.
Ren,
You cheated your way into Beacon.
Ooh. Ooh. Did we know that Ren knew that? The only way he would have known that is if Pyrrha told him and Nora. But the fact that now Yang knows. Let's see how this plays out. Ooh.
Is your goal just to push everyone away?
Good point.
Oscar.
You can pretend, boy. But you're not fully him.
You can tell.
Not yet, at least. Password for the lamp.
He does know that.
The lamp is all out of questions.
Don't hurt him.
I mean, again, I need to point this out because the other characters don't seem to understand this. She's got plenty of time. She wants to get it done now. But if she has to waste an Oscar and wait for the next one and do it again a little later, she can because she's immortal. So I like how a lot of people, kind of think that like people have leverage on her and they don't.
Tell me what you know. I don't much care if it is you.
I like what they've done with her. You talked about her boobs. I'm not talking about her boobs. I'm talking about that. They've really given her a lot more detail in her face, her expressions, I mean, I hate to say this, Because she's Salem, but she's kind of beautiful. I know, but she is.
Ew.
One of you is going to tell me what you know.
Will be from our sister.
Why does he sound like Morgan Freeman?
That's the same voice actor from every time we've ever seen him. What do you mean? All of a sudden now he sounds weird to you?
Like the Allstate commercial.
Well, he has a deep voice. There's my,
Ice
second favorite
Grace.
character.
Ice cream.
Yeah, Neo.
What? You will remain here. Is that clear?
Now, Salem is your favorite person in the world, right? For how she's treating Cinder?
Dog bitch.
Yes. Before anyone realizes.
Neo is really smart.
I want to see if anything is him. Salem
She just goes along.
Doesn't know those children like I do. How much did you overhear?
You want to talk about somebody who's got a crush on somebody else? Emerald and Cinder. Well, Emerald having a crush on Cinder. He needs Nora.
If anyone cares. So.
And what I mean by that is, Nora, as you can see, is not complete without Ren. Ren is not complete without Nora. They kind of need to be together. They're a team. They've been a team since they were little, right? They don't do well without each other.
Oh. Yay!
Even if you disagree with each other.
Yeah. Ruby.
As soon as when she asked the question, and I was like, "Who's she talking about?" And then he said, Then he said Ruby. I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's talking about Ruby." And then as she paused, I was like, "Wait a minute, she's not talking about Ruby. She's talking about Blake, obviously."
I just have a bad feeling. Things
There's a
always seem to
snowflake.
get worse before they get better.
He's capturing snowflakes in his hand. What's under the ice?
Grim.
But what Grim?
Scary ones.
Or
Big,
is that,
mean, scary ones.
Or is that where the vault is? Is that an opening into the vault?
No, that's a big, mean, scary Grim.
Okay. We're about to find out next episode, I guess. Yeah, here we go. So, Michelle, what do you think about this episode?
It was a lot.
You think a lot about this episode?
No, I said there was a lot.
There was a lot. But there was a lot, but there wasn't a lot happening. There was a lot of talking, a lot of interactions, good stuff.
A lot of Ren potentially dying.
Yeah, do you agree with me that might mean that Ren might die?
No, I think it still means that Nora might die because
You
Ren
mean
didn't
Nora?
die. So, and Nora's pink.
Well, maybe it's neither one of them. Maybe it signifies their relationship dying, which again would be horrible. I think it would be stupid, but they could do it. You're right. It was pink. I don't know what that means. When he held the snowflake and it turned into a petal.
No.
Huh?
The snowflake was a snowflake and then it was a petal and
Right.
then he grasped it.
Okay, you're right. You're right. The snowflake landed, turned into a petal, and then he grasped it. You're right. Again, it's all symbolism. So whatever it means, we'll know at the end. When the volume's over, we'll know what it meant.
Volume.
But what it means now, we're not quite sure. We don't know on Nora whether or not she's going to be scarred. Did she have scars when they put her down? When they brought her in?
When they put her down.
When they put her down. When I said that, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't mean kill her. There we go.
Put her down.
Yes, the scars are still there. You can see them underneath the text there. Scars, veins, whatever. They're still there. So she might end up keeping them. We don't know. We also had, obviously, we have the Ren, Jean, Yang,
Fuck around.
well, the chase, and then now the contemplation of what are their roles, with Ren, like, we're not ready, we were never ready, we're making mistakes, we're screwing it
We're
up.
listening to a child.
How can, he has a good point. A lot of people, a lot of fans have asked this point. How can they, as kids, I mean, some of them are young adults, I mean, they might be 18, 19 now, but how can they make these decisions about how the world works when they don't even understand how the world works, right? They're not there yet. They think they know, but are they really qualified? Are we making decisions like Ironwood's approach is wrong, or this has to happen, or that has to happen? I mean, they can have positions on it, but they're acting on them, and they're powerful. Because they're huntsmen and huntresses. That's what they call
Do you
them.
want to know my favorite part? Do you want to know my favorite part?
What's your favorite part?
When Yang made the comment about Blake. She thinks less of me.
You're right. Well, she didn't overtly say Blake, but yeah, we know she was talking about Blake.
Especially when she be talking to.
Especially when she said, "Yeah, Ruby." Clear to me that Blake, and this is an interesting thing between Blake and Yang, and let's talk about that for a minute.
Oh, okay.
And not to go into the whole Blake Yang relationship thing, because as I've said many times, and you've said many times, you think they're doing it. As I've said many times, I don't care if they're doing it. They could be doing it. I don't care. That'd be great with me. But it really seems like, and this is another example of it in this episode, that almost seems to be one-sided in a way. Right? It used to be one-sided. Blake seemed to be interested in Yang. And now it looks like Yang is concerned and interested in Blake. And Blake, as you can see from her actions here, she's not talking about Yang. She doesn't seem to be worried about the other group. She's just doing what the team is doing.
Well, after now she said, it's your sister, you guys are sisters. In this scene, she talked about Yang.
Did she? Oh, yeah, you're right. She did come up and talk to Ruby. I forgot all about that. But never mind. What I just said. Yeah, she talks to Ruby about this, about you could call Yang. Yeah, but she's talking to Ruby about Ruby's relationship with Yang. Because Blake could call Yang too. Right? That's what I mean. It's not that Blake herself is worried about what's happening with Yang right now. She's worried about how Ruby is feeling about what's happening to Yang. So what I'm trying to get at is the relationship seems to be a series of alternate miscommunications between the two of them. If there is a romantic thing there, they keep missing each other's cues. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but they keep missing each other's cues. And they're doing it again, I guess. I don't know. But maybe that means that they're finally going to miss each other's cues enough, and they're going to go bang right into each other.
They're going to bang right into each other.
Bang right into each other. But yeah, so that's what you were curious about, or what you were worried about. Your favorite bit. Anything else?
That's it.
Huh?
That's it.
That's it.
Yes.
All right. I really found the whole Salem and Oscar interaction to be very interesting. And how she approached, and they dodged the issue very carefully, because I wondered how they would handle the fact that even though she hates him now, they were the one true pairing, in a sense. They were like soulmates and stuff, and they were in love, and they had children together and all that stuff. Her and Ozma. How they would handle her with him being in a little boy, basically. Would they deal with any romantic or anything, any of those sorts of aspects of their relationship? I know, but they avoided that by her pointing out that she knows he's not fully Ozma yet. So to her, he's just a little boy now. He's not Ozma. He's a little boy who has Ozma inside.
Yikes. It sounded bad.
It sounds bad, but you know what I mean.
He's a little boy that has Ozma inside him.
Well, you said, okay, whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean by that.
I do.
So they've dodged that, and I think that was pretty clever of them to do it that way. And however, Hazel doesn't care. Hazel thinks of him as Ozpin. Huh? What do you say?
You were saying
because I wasn't sure which one to say. Ozpin. So he thinks of him as Ozpin, so he's just going to get crap out of him. Sorry.
Get your shit together.
I need to get my shit together. Yeah, and like I said, the point I try to make is, yes, Salem is trying to do this now. She's tired. She's fed up. She wants to get it done. But if something comes up and she can't get it done now, and it requires that she kill Oscar and wait for the next Ozma, she'll do it because she's immortal. So people shouldn't think that, Oscar shouldn't think that he holds some cards and you won't kill me because then you won't know. No, she would kill you because then she just has to wait for the next one. But yeah, I'm sure she wants it done now. She's impatient, clearly. Do you think? I thought the scene at the end with Cinder and Neo was really cool, and then again Emerald popped in at the end. But just Neo's my second favorite character, just because of how cool she looks and everything. I loved her floating on her little umbrella, parasol, whatever it is. That was really cool. Do you think Cinder's going to get in trouble? Yeah, and if Emerald is the only one who goes with her because it doesn't look like Neo wants to do it, then Emerald's going to get in trouble too. And again, Cinder also doesn't realize she has no power over Salem because Salem knows that, okay, I'm immortal. If I have to kill you and you lose your maiden ability and it goes to somebody else, maybe Neo, it goes to somebody else, that's fine. Maybe I won't know who that person is and I'll have to find him again. But hey, I got time. I'm immortal. And all these people like Cinder thinking that they have any kind of pull, like, I'm the maiden. You need me, In the big picture, no, she doesn't. Oh, anyway. Anything else happening here we want to talk about before we go on to the next one? Because we can watch the next episode now because we had to wait a week to record this one. But like I said, they're modeling her really, really well. She actually looks kind of pretty.
Gross.
That's gross, but she does. They're modeling her face very well.
Anyways.
There we go. We'll leave it on that. Say your goodbyes.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.